Hello there, UNF. I'm Courtney Spencer.
And I'm Mary Dale. Thanks for taking time to join us here at North Florida Weekly, where we bring you up-to-date news happening around campus and the First Coast.
A protest happened on campus today as a student group objects to a personnel decision.
The protest involves diversity. About a dozen members of the African American Student Union, or the AASU, protested here outside the Student Union this afternoon. Originally, the Student Government Advisory Board recommended Krista Merricks as the Assistant Director of AASU, but Student Government Body President C2 Bialcatora overrode that recommendation and selected Tori McCleskey. The AASU objects because McCleskey, they say, is not qualified and doesn't have enough experience. The group also believes Merricks in that position would promote greater diversity. We tried contacting a student government representative. We weren't able to get in touch with anyone who could speak on any official capacity before airtime. We'll continue trying to get a statement from student government. When we do, we'll post it on our Facebook page. We also have any other new details tomorrow on our program UNF Morning. Just search YouTube for UNF Morning. The Middle East has been a popular scene for news over the past years, and UNF got a fresh perspective from a veteran of the Associated Press.
Former AP correspondent Nicholas Tatro spoke to students February 9th on being a journalist in the Middle East. Tatro spoke of the importance of getting details as a journalist. From his personal experience, he detailed the differences in the Middle East and the United States. One difference he pointed out was danger. He said protesters in the Middle East would go as far as beating some journalists. The audience gained their own perspective from listening to Tatro's speech.
We don't have a lot of perspective on the international venue. We don't get a lot of news from other parts of the world. We're all sort of in our own little bubble here. And so it's really important for us to be able to see how important that perspective is.
Tatro was the bureau chief correspondent in Beirut and covered the 1982 invasion of Israel and the war in Lebanon. He is currently the New York City news director. With the current economic problems, you might consider finding a part-time job just to make some extra income. Well, I had the opportunity to get to know one guy who knows all about multiple jobs. Take a look. Boyd Bettis has a master's degree in biblical studies from Liberty University, but he works part-time here at Zipper's Coffee House. He serves coffee to locals nearly every morning. That's not all he does. He's also a freelance photographer.
But recently I started getting into photography. It was always a hobby of mine, but I figured I could turn this hobby into a revenue stream to make some income off it.
The economy may be to blame, but Bettis is taking full advantage of the situation.
It's part passion, part just needed to come up with a creative idea to make some money on the side. If it turned into something more full-time, then that'd be sweet, but I'm not really set out to try to become a professional photographer.
Bettis is not alone. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported last year that of those who hold multiple jobs, more than 25% hold primary and secondary part-time jobs. University of North Florida finance professor Peter DeJong says the current economic state and the need for multiple jobs could offer some benefits other than extra income.
People are getting used to working more jobs, and I think as a societal issue, I don't think it's going to be much of a problem to do it that way, because I think you create a different generation again, the one that actually understands working in order to, to better yourself.
In the meantime, Bettis is pulling his weight in the workforce. He says his family is what keeps him going.
My wife stays home. We are real passionate. I got two boys, a 16-month-old and a 4-month-old, and we're just real passionate about keeping her at home to stay there with the kids. So for me, it's do what I got to do to raise some money just to put food on the table for them.
Bettis also told me that some of his inspiration came after reading Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Workweek. The book talks about replacing a full-time salary with other sources of income.
I bet it takes a lot of multitasking to be able to be good at having several different jobs.
It must, and actually Bettis told me he does pools. He cleans pools on the side as well. 3 jobs.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Well, the Duval County School Board is trying to find ways to save money. This puts smaller schools at more of a risk. One of those schools is the Bank of America Learning Academy. The school is waiting for the board's decision on the school's fate. The academy received a letter from the school district with the plan to close the school. Superintendent Ed Pratt-Daniels recommends that the school be closed to save money. Duval County schools face a $91 million budget cut. Even though the Bank of America Learning Academy has an A grade, it only has 175 students. The average Duval County school has 3 times that many students. A parents' meeting with the school district is scheduled for February 22nd to discuss the possible closure.
The Talk of the Times Forum is held every 2 weeks at the University of North Florida.
This week's discussion was on the Iraq and Afghanistan war. Students gathered at the Osprey Fountains to discuss their thoughts and feelings on the conflicts in the Middle East. Political science professor Patrick Plumley was the guest speaker for the evening's discussion. The issues brought up included the U.S.'s occupation of Iraq and Afghanistan.
The whole point of the project is to get everybody on campus together in conversations that are outside of the classroom so that we can become more involved citizens and more educated, and also to get to know each other outside of that normal classroom structure. So it's an opportunity for us to engage in intellectual discourse that has some benefits beyond just education.
This biweekly forum is a great opportunity for faculty and students to get together and discuss international, national, and local topics featured in the New York Times. There's probably more than a handful of some sore hamstrings this week.
But there are definitely lots of smiles after this weekend's 26.2 with Donna. There are some of these are some of the participants running down J. Turner Butler from San Pablo to the Jax Beaches. The purpose of the annual race is to raise funds for breast cancer research. Not only runners, but also tens of thousands of people from the community came together to support the event and cheer from the sidelines. The Mayo Clinic's Cindy Van Horn says the race has gotten bigger every year.
This is our 4th year of the Donna Hicken 26.2 marathon to finish breast cancer. We have several groups of runners. One is our full marathon, we have a half marathon, and we also have people in the relay.
70% of the proceeds go toward Mayo Clinic's Research Fund for Breast Cancer Center, and the other 30% to the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
After the break, a radical day at the UNF skate park.
And a way to show off your piano skills in Jacksonville. Stick around.
A home, or plan to buy your dream home, or simply dream about a special place of your own. Make sure your dreams include a Florida state-licensed real estate agent to guide and protect you every step of the way. Only licensed agents have the state-required classroom training to safeguard your interests and make sure your dream doesn't turn into a nightmare. So why take chances when you go to buy a home? Visit myfloridalicense.com or call this number to check the status of your agent's license.
Yeah, but did you see how much he had to drink last night? I can't believe that guy made it home. Nobody drives drunk anymore. Hold on, I got another call coming in.
While drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving and speeding fatalities have skyrocketed. Someone dies every 13 minutes from negligent driving, so keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and your phone put away.
My name is Brian Wilson, and I'm a nursing student here at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. The nursing program here at UNF is top-notch. They give us a firm foundation so that when we're out in the field and actually graduate and pass our boards, you feel well prepared. I'm a nursing student, but I'm also active duty, and I'm participating in the Navy's Seaman Admiral 21 Officer Commissioning Program. And a lot of the skills they teach us there, like leadership, time management, and teamwork, it's stuff I can apply to the nursing program. UNF, no one like you, no place like this.
The best thing about UNF is the diversity. I just love the fact that I can come here and intermingle with people from all over the world. I'm Robert Allen. I'm an honor student here at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. We have smaller classes. They're longer now and a little bit more demanding, but it's for our benefit. My experience with the professors is that they are very open. Here at UNF, you can receive a solid education. UNF, no one like you, no place like this.
Well, there were some exciting skate tricks on display over the weekend.
The UNF skate park saw some fun in the sun over the weekend at the second annual King of the Campus. The Red Bull sponsored event was for students, by students, and free for all. Sarah Gojekian was live with all of the action.
Clear skies, a cool breeze, and live music made for a perfect scene at Saturday's skate contest. 23 entries, all UNF students, each took turns in 4 heats. One excited commentator called out their moves, his long locks whipping from side to side. Family and friends watched from the lawn, picnic style. DJ Alex Benson said the crowd kept the energy up.
The turnout this year was great. We had barbecues going everywhere.
As for the skaters, he was blown away.
The skaters, I thought the skating level was better than last year 10 times. Like the amount of skaters and the quality and skills of the skaters was actually really good this year.
He thinks it's great that a company as big as Red Bull is behind this.
Like you said, no one sheds light on the sport, and so for Red Bull, a major corporation like they are, to pump some money behind these type of things, I think it's great. I mean, it's better than it's better than promoting anything. Like you're promoting skating here at least.
New King of the Campus, Brooks Jones, also took part last year. The best part? He and his peers skate right in their backyard.
No, this is our local skate park. This is where we skate, So it's great to have a contest where you're used to not just showing up, not knowing what you're doing.
He gave props to all the guys and said the competition was great.
I come up here all the time, and there's a lot of good kids who go to UNF that kill it. Everybody goes in and skating good. Just had a few tricks that I wanted to learn.
Jones won a trip to the Gatorade Duels in Daytona tomorrow on behalf of Red Bull and gets to wear that crown all year long. UNF is one of few colleges that have a skate park, and the contest is the only one of its kind on campus. Red Bull plans to continue putting on the event each year and says its success should make it easy to do so. The UNF skate park is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. to all UNF students with a valid student ID. Sarah Gojekian, North Florida Weekly.
The competition saw a noticeable increase in both skaters and spectators this year. The music scene in town has been given a bit of a twist.
For anyone who enjoys playing the piano, Jacksonville has something in store for you. Jacksonville has placed 5 pianos around downtown for anyone who wants to play them. It's fun, it's free, and it's called City Keys. Melody Bishop says they got the idea of placing pianos at random spots downtown from other cities.
Currently, there are 4 spots. There are 5 pianos, so one of them is getting ready to make the big move and roll to its next spot. That's right now, and there will be more. I mean, the plan is to have a lot more, eventually.
Bishop says she got the idea when she saw public pianos being played in other cities. Coming up, we have Rebecca Davidson to tell us what's going on around Jacksonville this coming weekend.
Find out what's going on when we return.